Hey guys, you're tuning in to the Mina B podcast. It's your girl, Mina B, and I am back with yet another fun-filled episode. So where to find me? At the Mina B podcast over on IG, streaming on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and be sure to rate, and subscribe to the show. If y'all fuck with me, please. The ratings are warranted. We need them and all of that good stuff. I have really wonderful guests today. So a little treat for you guys. So my guests, hey, you want to go and introduce yourselves?
Hey guys, I'm Brady.
And I'm Amber.
And we're from
Poor Decisions.
Yes, I have the lovely ladies of Poor Decisions with me today. Super excited. Like, oh my God. I was like, I listened to the show and I'm like, they're hilarious. One, they sound like girls of my own heart. So yeah, I had to have you guys on the show. And you guys are Atlanta based. And I was like, you know what? Atlanta podcasters, rather, they really need to stick together. And I really appreciate you guys coming on the show with me today.
That's right.
Totally.
Aliens.
Yes.
To the A.
Period. We're a hot mess in the A, but we make it work.
We make it work, and we'll get into that later.
Yes, we'll definitely get into that. So, ladies, let them know where they can find your show, and if you could give us a little feedback for people who have never heard of your show before, a little bit about you guys.
Yeah, so without that little catchy intro, I really am Brady, and this is Amber, and we're best friends. We have been for almost 10 years now. We decided to start a podcast because we have made a lot of poor decisions together, and we're like, we should probably tell people about it. We,
Absolutely.
Are tired of laughing at ourselves, so.
Yeah, we always say we talk each other's ear off, so it was just time to talk everyone else's ear off. We're like, let's just do this, so we don't have to talk to ourselves anymore. But we're available on pretty much the major streaming, outlets. So iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, obviously Google Podcasts, and you can find us on Instagram at the Poor Decisions Podcast.
And you guys, I always make my guests spell your IG. So spell your IG so they can get it. They know how to spell it. They know where to find you.
Amber's
absolutely. It's at ThePourDecisions.
Yes, Poor Decisions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So poor decisions meaning like y'all was just pouring up, y'all be drinking, y'all be doing stuff.
Poor as in pour up, and as also as in poor, like poor choices.
Bad choices.
Poor choices. Pouring while making poor choices.
Yes, always.
I think we could definitely say we've all been there for sure. I could definitely say I have. I'm always drinking on this show. So, yeah. So,
cheers.
Yes. So I wanted to talk to you guys, we've been watching a lot of TV, or at least I have. I've been watching a lot of TV and catching up on shows. What shows are you guys absolutely loving right now?
Okay.
Brady's a TV girl, so I'll let you go.
Okay. Mina, I have to give some short context here
Yes.
that you didn't ask for, but I just have to tell you.
Tell me.
So, pre-COVID, I think I watched literally 3 shows. That was A Handmaid's Tale,
Right.
Game of Thrones,
Yes.
and I don't know, Mrs. Maisel or some shit. During quarantine, it was mainly because I would go to my house and I don't know, I just was never one of those people who just needed to hear voices. You know how some people need to have background,
Right?
They can't have no nothing. No, I just literally silence. I like walking around doing stuff in my house, not with no music, no nothing.
I get it. I could do that, or I do light music in the background, just light.
No.
I don't need the TV on.
No, I was a weirdo. Literal.
I'm still a weirdo.
Yeah. I'm a little weirdo. You come in the house and you're is anyone here? So anyway, fast forward, quarantine, I realized I love TV. Who would have thought that TV was so amazing? I'm up on all of the shows except for the ones that everybody likes. So right now I'm super obsessed with Lovecraftcountry.
Baby, I am sleeping with the lights on, okay?
Lights on after that last
Baby. And then somebody was such an ass. They posted the picture of the little girl, the brown skin one, like straight on in the face, posted it on IG. I was like, why would you do that? I am so scarred. We just watched it yesterday. I am super scarred.
I am scarred, but at the same time, it just is like, it's like the most like it's like so symbolic and like
yes,
it's so many things at the same time. Like I'm just like blown away. Anyway, so obviously gotta love Lovecraft. It may be like the number one show that I've ever watched.
It's my number one show for sure. Absolutely.
Game of Thrones.
It's beating Game of Thrones mainly because it's a black cast.
It's a black cast. We're talking this is a period piece, and then we're also talking about like
the symbolism.
It's just like, but then it's like sci-fi, but like giving you thriller and giving you like, oh yeah, I don't want to give it away, but what was it, that third or fourth episode with everybody in the house, how that went down?
Yeah.
I was petrified. I watched that at night. I was petrified. I was like, look, I rebuke whatever I just watched, whatever I saw. Yo, it just,
no, you will, honestly, you will be, you know me, I'm a scary bitch. Like, I was literally watching it, and I was, like it was,
I don't cover my eyes.
Yeah, me too.
Right, I covered my eyes, definitely.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to watch it.
Is it, like, on some Jordan Peele type?
Yes.
Yes.
I like those.
Yes,
I'm not really scared of his movies.
Okay, either way, you need to get with it, because you're way behind the curve.
Yeah.
Girl.
Anyway, I was sitting with my mom the other day watching this, and she was like, this is demonic.
Right,
like,
yes.
wow.
Yes. So me and my best friend, we watched it.
Hell no.
So Brady, me and my best friend, we watched that the last episode, the most recent episode. We watched it yesterday in the daytime. She said, "Oh, you want to watch it?" I said, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, let's watch it together," because everyone keeps saying it's crazy. So we watched it together, and we literally were like, "Oh no, whatever the little chant was, whatever was said, we rebuke it. We don't want to see it. Rebuke it in the name of Jesus." Like all of that. We like, no, whatever was said was not in this house. It's not carrying on our spirit, your spirit, my spirit, in Jesus' mighty name. Like we were going in. We were like, nah, we're not about to do this. We're not.
100%. Okay, wait, moving on. I also binged P-Valley. I thought it was really good.
Down in the valley where the girls get... Girl, I got the whole soundtrack. I'm hooked.
Yeah. Oh, no, you didn't.
No, I did.
Man.
I needed it.
Hamilton.
But I mean, can I like work out to it and stuff? Like, it's really good.
Please, you working out to see Murder, whatever his name is.
Little Murder. Shout out Little Murder.
Yeah.
Okay, I did watch the first episode of P-Valley.
I told you would like
so,
it.
Yeah, I liked it, but I
remember like the black shows
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
I love P-Valley. I think it was well written. I thought it was just, I mean, it's giving me like grungy Atlanta. Like I'm enjoying it for real. It's awesome. And I'm really excited to see how it plays out in season 2.
Yeah, it reminds me of like there was like this little strip club in the West End a long time ago that was like called the Peach or something. And like I'm like, you know what? I bet that's like exactly what happened. Like what used to go down in that.
It gave me a little bit.
Strip club.
I may be dating myself. It gave me a little bit of Blue Flame before the renovations. It gave me a little bit.
I can see that.
And a little, it gives me a little taste of Blaze. If you guys ever been to Blaze, all the way down.
No, never been to Blaze.
That shit is far. Well, it's not far. It's down Moreland, but it's hood.
Like,
it's a hood experience.
Blue Flame post renovations. I don't know if I've been
to the new Blue Flame
or post.
They had renovations recently, right after, right when we started quote unquote opening up. They did a renovation in their bar and all of that.
Yeah, the old Blue Flame where there's like everybody stands really, and there's just like the runway. Yes,
the runway. The runway. The first time, fun story, fun fact. I went to Blue Flame for the very first time 10 years ago, and I will never forget the dancer that I had. And we just wanted to give her all our money because we thought she had balls. She had her glasses on, y'all. It was a mild, no, dead ass. It was like a mild bifocal, and she was popping it.
Not a mild.
She was popping it, and we gave her all our money because you got heart. You got heart, sis. You don't want to wear your contacts. I'm not mad at you. Get it popping. We're going to pay you. And that best wings I ever had.
I don't have time.
She's needing like a little nerd fetish for somebody.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it tremendously. It was like, that will always be engraved in my mind forever.
Yeah.
What else?
What else do I watch?
Okay, well, I watched, this is
Yeah.
probably embarrassing.
Tell us.
But I said I was done with Power, but I have been watching Power Book 2.
Yes. And I think it's good. I think it's good.
However, so I don't know if y'all know, Mary J. Blige is in it, and she's so good.
Somebody told me she's a better actor than she
She is such a good actress. And then Woody the Great, I
Yes.
forget what his name is. Woody,
What
what is his last name?
I forgot his last
Little
name.
boy.
The boy who played Bobby Brown.
Right. Yeah, I think he's excellent, actually. He's really good.
Excellent. He is fine. He's fine. I'm like, yes.
Okay. But I have to say, I feel like Mary is a little monotone. Just a little monotone to me. She's like a little flat.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think, I feel like she plays the same role because she even had like a small role in one of these Netflix shows. I forgot what it was called, Umbrella something, and I was like, Mary, like give
And
me.
I'm that same type of critic. Like, is it
Yes, Umbrella Academy. I'm like, just give me a little bit more, just a little bit more. Just convince me a little bit.
It's really great acting if you're playing yourself, kind
Right.
of, like, in a way. You know what I mean?
Right. Like when she's telling everybody, when she's telling the kids about game and stuff, like you believe her, but it's like all the other little things. I'm like, Mary, come on, just give me a little bit more.
When
babe.
they had her speak Spanish, I was like, no.
She said bendejo. It wasn't like
supposed to be like Dominican or something.
Right.
Okay.
I needed her to like roll the R's or something, or just like roll it a little bit more, like make it really believable.
Roll those R's a little bit more.
Something. I was like, Mary, I don't believe you. I'm not believing
Right.
you.
So funny.
What else, Amber? Are you watching any Ratchet shows? Don't leave me out. Because I watch all the Ratchet shows. Well, not all of them. Not all of them.
No, not really.
Is the Shy Ratchet?
Okay.
The Kardashians? Is that Ratchet?
Kardashians are Ratchet. I don't watch them. I kind of leave the Kardashians for those days where I'm like, really, really don't have anything to do, and I just like watch it on Hulu.
That's definitely the background TV.
Yeah, that's background TV or like cooking TV on Sunday when you're like meal prepping and shit.
Or like your girlfriends are over and you want to talk shit about the Kardashians.
Right, exactly.
We tune in for the outfit.
Yeah.
I can't.
And to see like how much the faces have, the surgery. The surgery
Right.
and the outfit.
The surgery, the waistline, the booties. Yeah. I'm like, wow, okay.
And how similar like the episodes are to like season 3 that we watched when we were like
I know.
in high school. Right. Yeah, but I'm like, TV has been awesome, and I'm just like I get excited about going home to watch TV, like to catch up on my shows.
I'm like, why didn't I ever watch TV before? I feel like it's like such a stress reliever.
It is. And it's like nice. Like you just like you have something to look forward to. I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna go home and watch 3 episodes of this. And that's how I felt on P Valley, because I came home after work, and I want to say it was like maybe like 1 a.m. I was like, I'm not sleepy. I watched 1 episode. I literally got up 3 episodes in, went to get a bowl of cereal, went back in the bed, and binged till like 7 a.m. I was all the way caught up. All the way caught up.
I will say I was really big in like the beginning of quarantine. I feel like I've just been so like much busier lately. Yeah. But in the beginning, I definitely was like Love Is Blind, Tiger King, and like I had my first binge watching experience. You guys, like no lie, because I really don't watch TV. And the first time I binged,
I feel like you were relevant.
Yeah, was Little Fires Everywhere.
That was amazing.
I literally stayed up until 4 a.m. Like,
yes.
That was my first time, like, ever, like, Netflix hit me with the, like, are you still watching? Like, that was my first time ever seeing it. And it was like a milestone.
It was
for me.
so bomb.
My first binge experience.
It was such a good show. I'm like, our girl Carrie with the antics and the faces. She was awesome.
The faces, the mouth.
Why did she do that?
I don't know. She's a real actress. Like, that's all I can say. I feel like she's been doing that shit forever.
She's good.
She's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
She's a Juilliard.
Yeah. Right. But so I could actually segue with this. Speaking about Kerry Washington, who played a wonderful, wonderful character on Scandal, y'all's president got COVID.
Carrie, come save us.
Come on, Scandal. Come on, Scandal. Y'all president got COVID.
Now, child, allegedly. I want to see some receipts.
I need receipts. And even if you have a mild case, because, I mean, I know that there are mild cases out there.
What does that mean? Are you still, does a virus not virus?
Like, a virus is a virus. A virus is a virus. You still have an open window. You have an open window to infect other people. Like, what?
Y'all, the way he piled into that helicopter with those people, I was like, he don't got it.
He don't got it. But then it's the shortness of breath for me, so I'm like,
right.
He got it? I don't know.
Or like, did they tell him do the act? Like, I'm so
yeah, good point.
I just really feel as though like their debate was supposed to be coming up, and I just don't think he wants to debate. I think he knows that people that may have voted, may have been considering him, are not going to now because of how he behaved. And let Republicans tell it like he won. You didn't win. He sounded crazy.
I 100% agree, but I am not, you know what, maybe it's me, skeptical ass, like, you know, these people that said they were voting for Hillary last time, the ladies did not show up.
Right.
And vote for Hillary, so I'm just thinking everybody's trying to save face, talking about vote, you know,
right.
Your vote matters, but you're not saying who you voting for. Right, so. Right.
And I'm just like, I know what Biden, obviously, I'm obviously voting for Biden. That's what it is. But I just feel as though, like, he fucked up when he said basically, like, the black vote was synonymous with the Democrats, and voting for him was, like, y'all about to. Like, that, like, just to stand on your 2 feet and say, like, hey, y'all about to, so it's nothing. Don't ever think that you have shit in the bag, bro. Don't do that.
And nobody ever truly has an agenda for, like, black people. Like, what is your, you know, black agenda? What are you going to do for black people? So I definitely feel like that he took an L there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I feel like, you know, obviously I'm with you. I'm like, I got to vote for the lesser of two evils.
Right.
But I'm really just like, throw the whole government away.
Right.
Like,
I agree. But
I mean, Biden's a little, like,
but I just feel like we shouldn't even have parties. Like, why are there teams? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to pick a team and stay with your team? Like, I feel like everybody should be just independent, and you vote for, like, you rep yourself.
You rep yourself.
You vote for who you fuck with for the particular role. Like,
you know what someone said? Not to cut you off. Somebody was like, what if, like, folks go to the polls, because, you know, the Democratic ticket, if you've seen, like, the ballot, how it is, you could fuck around and just, like, everyone just fuck around and vote for Bernie out of nowhere. Like, that But we would have to be a unified.
But you know, we are not aligned enough. For
exactly, we're not. And that, but when I thought about it, that's my point. That's the amount of powers that we have that we do not exercise. Mm-hmm. That unified front.
You know what? This time it's just too. I 100% agree with you, but I'm almost too. I don't even like to talk about those theories because of people who are not on the same page as us. Because we just cannot chance losing any votes to the Red Devil.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like that. He just gotta go. Period. If it's not off of the government bullshit, at least be out of the White House because of the pandemic. How you managed it, how you handled it, or your lack thereof. Period.
I mean, we need him out in handcuffs. I don't even want him to go by COVID.
No, handcuffs.
Don't let it be the virus. What did he say? What did he call it? The evil Chinese virus. No, you need to be out and in jail.
I saw this meme that was like, why don't we give Trump the real COVID experience by helping him lose his job, evicting him from his house? I'm like, yes, please, 100%, because I'm trying to, you know, like, the fact that he did not pay taxes, I'm already, like, heated about. I'm upset.
And if you've seen all the politicians, what, Obama is the black politician, the one black president, he paid more taxes than everybody. Mm-hmm. It was like $1.3 million worth of taxes, bro. Come on. Are you kidding me?
That's
insane.
Yeah.
I just feel like they just put something together real quick so that he could come through, get COVID, be healed from COVID, and save America and get the election back. Like, that shit to me is crazy. I'm like, y'all cannot.
But it's also so predictable. So it's also crazy that they thought that was like a good.
This is the plan.
Publicity. Like, who said this was the plan and y'all signed off?
So we got to figure something out.
We need a real Olivia Pope, bro. We need to take his ass out. Like, he gotta go.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, it's astonishing to me that there could be someone who is literally, like, you know, you think about people, like, offending one group of people. Mm-hmm. Like, this man has literally offended everyody.
Everybody.
Like, he has offended Asian people. Mm-hmm. He's offended Hispanic people. Yeah, he's offended black people, immigrants,
Islamic, like
everybody.
Yeah, Chinese people. Yeah. He's literally offended poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Even Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just felt like I felt so bad for Joe. I felt so bad for Joe because it was like, God damn. Like, okay, yeah, the 94 bill, all of that. I need everybody to shut the fuck up about that shit. Half of y'all wasn't born in 94. Shut the fuck up. That's one. Let's start there. But the fact that he just attacked his family and his sons like that, that was a low. It was so excruciating watching that. And I'm usually like a hard ass. I could watch anything, but that was bad. I felt so bad for him. It was disgusting.
And I'm like, if you are a white person who cannot sympathize with the fact that he literally called out shit about his son, then you literally have no heart. Mm-hmm. Like, literally
disgusting. One day I'm in the house like doing bullshit, cooking, whatever, cleaning, whatever. So I had YouTube on, watching my influencers, and I don't know, like sometimes I watch little political shows on YouTube or whatever. So something came up and it literally was like a 15-20 minute video of people who voted Republican their entire lives, all their families. Like these are motherfuckers in middle America, white folk in middle America that were like, he was a disgrace, like, especially, I think one of them was a vet. This guy was like 90-something. So you already know. He don't live through all this shit. He said he's voting for Biden. He's like, first time in his life, he's voting for Biden. And I think there was another one, she was like a farmer or something like that in like the Dakotas some fucking where. And she was just like, we voted for him. We really thought that he was going to make a change in America. He's like damaged so much. The pandemic has ruined our lives. I was like almost to tears because I'm like, I mean, I'm not necessarily a white folk sympathizer, but I'm also human. You understand what I'm saying? So I was just like, damn, like that's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, I anybody, honestly, and like I actually have an uncle, and like who shall not be named, that was literally like
diehard Trump.
Yeah, he was like literally sending us videos, but
wow.
like these recent set of events,
he switched sides.
He been quiet. He switched, but he hadn't been as active as he used to be.
Yeah,
it's like what do you say? Like, what do you say at this point?
And then you have black conservatives. Like, I have a black conservative auntie. She's older. I'm going to say old. She's older. And it's more so because she's, like, heavy into Catholicism. So that's her reasoning. But other than that, she's like, I don't agree with him. It's just this is what I agree with as far as being a Republican. So I'm like, all right, do your thing. Do you think, sis? Knock yourself out.
I don't even think it, like, to Amber's point, like, to me, it doesn't, I don't even, if this was any other election, I think that I would look at things, like, less party specific.
Right.
But, there just shouldn't be. Like, there just shouldn't be parties. It should be, like,
it should be majority women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, even when they're like, oh, the House, we got to take the Senate back and get
it
Democratic. Or the House, like, no, just like,
what do you believe in?
What do you believe in?
And, exactly.
So needless to say that this is going to be the messiest, like, election in the history. Like, the messiest, nastiest.
Crazy.
I think I'm going to turn the videos off.
It keeps getting worse and worse. It's so funny because with work, you're already like planning, and I'm like, ooh, November 3rd, no meetings. November 4th, no meetings. I just don't even want to do it. I don't even want to.
I'm actually going to take advantage of early voting. Early voting in the state of Georgia starts on the 12th of October, so that's next week. One of the days that I am off during the day, I'm going to take my natural black ass and go stand on a line with a book and get it popping, because I'm not doing the November 3rd.
I do the lines again. The voter suppression in Georgia is real.
It definitely is real.
But are you guys nervous for early voting? Like, I was looking up polling sites today, and I was talking to my mom, and I was like, Mom, like, I'm just, like, nervous about anything that is the election day. Like, is this going to be received?
Also, it's like, why is voting so, like, unadvanced?
Right.
In 2020.
Why can't I log online?
Why can't I go online?
Can I put my app, my social security number, and cast my vote? Maybe they think people would start voting, like, just making up numbers.
I mean, social security numbers aren't that secure, so.
Right, those aren't secure at all.
The verification that you have to do.
But still, even when you're looking just to like find out where your poll is, the questions that are asked can be the same exact questions that you can cast a vote. Like, I don't see what the problem is. Why are we so behind, on the curve when it comes to elections in this country when the census, I did the damn census online.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. Ain't that like,
Or even like a damn, I mean, shit, if Apple got our face and our fingerprint,
girl,
we can't put our little fingerprint in and
100%.
just vote.
something. Like, I don't get it. It's just, yeah. And the thing, here's the nasty part about all of this, that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about. Because everyone's doing mail-in votes.
I'm nervous about that, by the way.
So, and I'm speaking to the folks that are not as, on it as we are, because we're like clearly on top of our shit with this. But there may not be an answer on November 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th. You get what I'm saying? We could be a month or two in.
So like they'll never go to the mail-in votes. Like, this is just my theory, unless they have to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you there.
Maybe it's the same with the early votes. Like, it's like, okay, they count on November 3rd. It's like, okay, this shit is a little too close. Yeah. Now we gotta go.
Now let's go get our backups. Damn, y'all. I didn't think about it that way.
I don't know. It's all crazy.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Like, no, I don't know. I've been able, because in New York, I've never been able to take advantage of early voting. So when I got to Georgia and I found, like, when Stacey Abrams went up for governor, I was like, oh, early voting, let's go. And I mean, the lines were wrapped around a school gym. Like, literally. Like, they had it sectioned off. Like, it was crazy. I stood in line for 2 hours to vote for her.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I was in line for almost 3 hours for the primary.
I mean, and then you guys, we're also like, I feel like, especially being in Atlanta, like, we're kind of like forgetting about like the whole COVID piece. Like, think about like how much crazier it's going to be, because there people like, I mean, I don't know, where people like
places where they actually make you distance.
Yeah.
Like,
because where I went, I'm in Cobb, so where I went, well, where we are is like the Cobb Fulton like line, so I had no choice but to do Cobb. And when I did the primary, I probably stood online for maybe I went late, so I want to say like maybe like an hour ish, and it was like it wasn't bad. Like, they called numbers, like it was like it went really smooth. It was very organized, I must say. It was pretty organized for the most part, so it wasn't that bad. So I'm like, but that was the primary. So like, this is going to be a whole other ball game. This is going to be very different. Very different.
I signed up to be a poll worker.
Nice.
My boyfriend's like, you do know it's COVID, right? And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should volunteer for another effort. Like, that is kind of like, I'm not trying to be like at a polling place of all places. It's kind of gross.
Yeah. I feel like it's
but like touching stuff, like the things, like, I don't know.
Yeah, just
like, I could volunteer somewhere else. Like, that is not.
There got to be something else. Like, can we what can we do with like mailing? Like, can we help with the mail? Like, what do we do? Can we help the postal service, because they going through shit? Like, what can we do?
Oh, facts.
What can we do?
Anybody know what's going on? Are they okay?
My mail's been getting here. My Amazon stuff been getting here even on Sunday. So I guess
that is not USPS.
No, sometimes it is. Depending.
My mail lady is consistent.
No, for real. My mail lady, she comes. Her window of time is 3:30 to 5. I see her every day. Every day. She got a window. She got a window, and she's excellent. She delivered those sneakers quick, fast, in a hurry. I was like, thank you.
Speaking of ATL being open, though,
right?
Not wanting to be a poll worker,
and not wanting to be a poll worker, but we ain't shit though, because but hold on, but this is my theory, y'all, and y'all can judge me or not. But I feel like when I'm standing on the couch and it's just like 42 or Hennessy rolling around, I feel like Hennessy is really like, it's like in my throat and it's like burning. It's burning the Rona.
I feel like I am a superhero.
Like, I feel like it's burning the Rona, and it's like I'm not standing on couches like so often, but we're open. Atlanta is open. I mean, we literally had like weekends. It was like, was it last weekend? Last weekend was like Chicago, Atlanta weekend, and I had no idea.
Atlanta, Miami this weekend.
Little babies at the club. Future is at because all the Miami people they got COVID for real. But Future, and that's my thing. Like, okay, when the celebs started doing appearances again, I'm like, what's really good? Going back to their kids, like,
right. Listen, my thing is this: may the best immunity win. At this point, like, I'm taking my precautions. I'm doing my elderberry. I'm doing my mullein tea twice a week. Like, I still have to interact with people for my job, so it's just like, it is what it is. But I'm like,
echinacea, vitamins, green
right.
juice, and, I just don't. I stay away from the elderly.
Oh, so here's my thing.
I just fell out the chair. I'm screaming.
I stay away from the elderly. Okay. I'm aligned. I feel like I've been in 2 other states where it was not open, and all of my friends that have been in Atlanta this whole time are like, girl, you're behind the curve. I feel like I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, I don't need to take a COVID test every other week. Like, I can kind of like risk things.
I mean, but 2020 makes you want to live.
Was like, my only hesitation with like going to the club for pleasure is thinking about like the clientele that's actually in the club right now. So you mean to tell me we have a group of folks that have all just said, fuck it? So in my mind, I'm like, what else are we risking here?
They live for this. And then the other thing I feel like I saw on Twitter that makes me laugh is like, everyone could go out and like never be judged. Like, we could just not see you. But then it's like,
you gotta put it on Instagram.
It's like, did you go?
But here's the tea. Here's the tea. But the funny thing about that is, to your point, folks in New York, because, you know, New York was shut down. Like, it was horrible. We're never going to say it wasn't. So now that New York has open restaurants, people been doing, like, especially the West Indian community, the Caribbean community had a couple of parties that I saw on my timeline.
Yeah.
They was all talking shit, like, oh, y'all wildin', da-da-da. They going in, I mean, my homegirl literally, like, did a sub, and I know she was subbing me and our other friends because we were out. Like, subbing, like, oh, y'all really think it's a game out here when y'all bring that home to y'all families, blah, blah, blah. Okay, speed up 60 days later.
And that was my thing, too. As soon as all those other places opened, they were out, ready to go.
How many people have been in Tulum? How many people went to Vegas? Shit, I just came back from Vegas. I was like, fuck it. I'm out. Like,
that is true.
It's just like,
very true.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, I just felt like everyone was super judgy. And then now when it came down to it and the phases of opening became, started, everyone just like, was like, oh, well, we're out. We outside.
And that was my thing. Just don't be judgy. Like, if people
Right.
want to quarantine, cool. If people want to be out, cool. Like, let's not make, because there's so much unknown. Like, you can't blame anyone for any direction
100%.
that they, choose to go, because there's no leadership.
Right.
They don't know what they're talking about.
And in the very beginning, with the numbers of people that were dying while we were sitting in quarantine, yes, we were like, oh shit, no, we're going to stay home. Like, okay, we're going to like we have to do this because we have to bend the curve or flatten the curve or whatever. So it's just like, bend the curve, flatten the curve. Well, I think we bent it, we broke it, we brought it back, we straightened it out, we bent it again. Like, that's what we did. So it's just like, at this point, who are we to listen to? The damn White House is not even taking anything from the CDC at all.
Okay, because Trump, you were supposed to be quarantined for 14 days, and you out, you got your mask on.
Yeah, you wearing a mask.
Around everybody.
In 72 hours? Like 48? Like, I'm confused.
Like, you should have gone gold for at least a week and at least 10 days.
But the White House was never an example. Like,
never.
Like, it was never a good example. But I'm with you guys. I don't think you should judge people. But I mean, I'm cool with people being hesitant too. Like, everybody make your own decisions.
Right.
We all know what the fuck's going on. So.
Right. I agree. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, it's just like the flu, blah, blah. I'm not going to say that. But as far as the numbers of deaths, like we've seen it. We've seen it. Mm-hmm. But it makes you think like, okay, I got into like this horrible argument. We don't even speak now. Horrible argument with the said ex about when Atlanta started like opening in phases. He went ham and like sent me some like world star hip hop like video.
No, that's not your reference.
And I just was so upset. I was so upset because I saw a couple of people that sent it to me, and I'm just like, okay, but dude, you know better. So what? I'm bougie. I would never. You know where I be at. So I'm really confused as to why you would send me that to ask me like, oh, this what y'all doing out here? Because he lives in the DMV. So I was just like, listen, I'm not the fucking Atlanta representative for New Yorkers and DMV folks. Like, I'm not. I live my life. I do what I do. But whatever everybody else is doing, it's not my concern per se. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do what's best for your family, and you have to do what's best for yourself. If you don't have kids or you're not around like the elderly and stuff like that, you just gotta like take your precautions. That's it. Because we just don't have the directive. We don't.
The pool party in compound, that really did too
far.
That was OD. That was a bit much.
Too far for me pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my pH straight.
Right.
Okay? I don't like yeast infection. That's not for me. You know? So, I mean, we did take it pretty far. There was a zip line going to the strip club.
There's a shootout.
A shootout. There's a shootout every day. Like, I'm like, and I feel like pre-COVID, like, you didn't hear about shootouts every weekend. Every weekend. Mm-hmm. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, almost every weekend I'm hearing about, like, something happening at a club. Or, like, even the other day, I get a call at, like, middle of the night. Like, yo, there was, like, a big shooting at Zari. I'm like, what? Huh? On a Tuesday? Come on, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because
but
all these people who never been able to go nowhere, the flights done got cheap.
Yep.
They got their stimulus, their SBA.
They outside, and half of them ain't from here.
No, it's always out of towners.
Oh my God, it's always out of towners. I was at I went to the mall to pick something up, and literally it was like this perfume that, like, I feel like is like not something that people usually get. And even like the man who was helping me was like, we always have this in stock, and we only carry like 2 because nobody wants it. He was like, literally, there's nothing here because everybody just gets them all. They're like, whatever.
Lines outside of it was a line. People were lined up because I went into Vips for something. Oh, with my friend, it was a line outside of like Dolce Gabbana, like niggas. I'm like, what are you?
But what are y'all buying? And it's like there's lines outside of stores that never even had like no one was in there watching. Nobody was walking into D&G before. Nobody was going to the Fendi store hardly. Like men, guys, and it's dudes. It's straight up dudes standing outside to go online.
Like young dudes, I'm like, what are you getting from here? But they just want to go on every store. They want to go check it out.
Use little scamming money.
Let me use my little scamming money. Okay, bet I got $400 for the week from unemployment. I'm gonna get it right back on Wednesday. So guess what? I'm gonna go buy a belt.
I'm gonna
go buy a belt. Like that's what time we on. Like I'm gonna go get these Versace sneakers. I'm going to get the Versace sneakers on sale because they're colorful, but they're on sale. And just to say I have them, like, it's amazing to me right now.
And I'm going to make it
amazing. But, like, I'm proud of retail because they got hit for a little second.
They did.
Better than ever.
My friend who work at retail, she's like, this is the best year we've ever had. Like, we've already made more than we made last year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out. Good for y'all.
Shout out to Atlanta. If we're doing anything right, we're keeping the economy afloat.
We're keeping the economy afloat. They said unemployment is down here, so I'm just like, okay. All right. I guess. I guess.
Prayers for Atlanta, but I would be happy if somebody wanted to teach me a scam because I feel like
I'm dead.
This day and age, trying to live life right.
Listen, I think the pandemic has definitely allowed people to come up. I think it's allowed people to live their lives, enjoy life to the fullest, and kind of like, and I think that's what's happening here. Like a lot of people are just living their life to the fullest, and they're just like, you know what, fuck it. If tomorrow's not promised, let's get it cracking. And I'm like,
we going out with a bang.
Like we going out with a bang. 2020 is ready to shit. Let's get it. Let's go get a bottle tonight.
I cannot believe it's already October.
But it was crazy. I went to the store the other day.
Yeah, R.I.P. this year.
All right, no, this year's over. And I'm like, what? But do we make plans for 2021? Because I can't seem to wrap my head about making plans for 2021 yet.
I'm waiting.
I'm not making plans yet. Like, I don't think I put anything on my 2021 calendar.
Right.
Oh, for what?
Like, I don't know.
And one of my girlfriends.
Every day is just like, let's just see what the day has in store for me.
Like, I can do things like 3 weeks at a time. I can't do anything like past that. I just can't.
No, yeah, I agree.
I can't.
And it's so funny. I tell Brady, I'm like, January through March, I like kind of consider 2019. Like, I'm like, that was like a different year.
Right.
I'm like, January through March was its own like little year. Like that was the end of 2019.
January to March.
It was like, January to March was awesome. Like it was good. It was like.
It was January to February. I was like, this year is off to a great.
Like. I had a fucking Valentine's Day. I ain't had that one in a while. Like, I took a trip. I went home to New York. I had a blast. I came back. Like, we were going out. Like, it was just fun. Like, it was wintertime and our coats were cute. Like, I just was like, okay, this is great. Like, I had got a really good job. Like,
we saw the seasons change before our eyes in the house.
Literally. Like, I didn't even know what to do with myself at all. Like, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Didn't know what to do. So I was like, all right, we're just going to watch TV. Like, it's That's what we're gonna do. Like, I have a girlfriend. She's like, "Hey guys," sending us a group text. "Hey guys, we're gonna do a trip for my birthday, March." I don't even respond. I can't respond.
We don't even know if we're gonna be alive.
You have a March birthday, or this is the friend?
This is the friend for March 2021. Girl, I can't even think about Christmas right now. Like, I know what I want to do, but like, I can't think about that right now. I just can't. Like,
this far in the distance.
Life is like, yeah, people are still taking trips. I get that, but I'm like, I hang out or take trips with people that I'm really close to. Like, I'm not going out of town with bitches I don't know. Like,
but you know what? It's like, that's a good point, because I feel like this year, it really is a year of intentionality. Because
right.
It's like, we don't got a choice but to be intentional. Like,
exactly.
Who am I going to quarantine with? Who am I going to move with? Like, so, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Use your circle wisely.
And like, my circle's tight. Like, it's just been kind of like, no, not hanging out with y'all. Like, there was just certain things that I just wasn't doing. Like, certain people I just wasn't around. And it wasn't no shade, no tea. It was just like, you know, I'm being particular about who gets my energy, who gets my time, and who I really trust. Like, you gotta really think who your friends are. Like, are your friends wild? Are your friends, like, real cool? Are they chill? Like, you gotta think about that. Because folks that don't care about life, like, right now, we gotta care about life. Even though we're taking chances, you gotta take a chance going to Publix, but be intentional about how you do it. That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of bad circles, our girl Meg.
Listen,
we gotta talk about your circle, baby.
But this is my thing, and I had a dedicated episode 3 episodes back. We gotta protect Megan at all costs. I feel like, why would this girl go so hard to protect you?
I just like I some shit went down, y'all, but I just feel we don't
know.
The story is getting weird. However, I'm with you. Protect Meg at all costs. I don't need to know the details, but
right.
Still, it's like what?
Well, my thing is more so with Tori. Like, if you did shoot Meg, then the audacity of this whole album into, like,
I apologize, and he like apologized in the song.
I
didn't listen because I'm that disgusted. I didn't listen. So
okay, I heard bits and pieces at the gym, but I'm pretty sure he said he didn't do it, and they're trying to, like, frame him.
But then
I thought there was a song about him being sorry and how he, like, I don't know.
We probably should have came with, like, the facts of what he said.
But this is the thing.
My thing is,
he explained his side.
To make it seem like you did it. Like, when I go as far as to lie about shooting someone.
But then the thing about it is, even if he didn't shoot at her directly, say if you shot at the pavement to scare her, right? Because hood niggas do hood things. Like, let's call it what it is.
Right.
Even if you shot at the ground, right? Because that's what I thought. I was like, you know what? He probably shot at the ground trying to scare her, trying to be on some fuck shit, and it hit her feet because she was barefoot, flip-flops, whatever the fuck. So that's my thing. Own it.
Yeah.
Own it. You don't want to own it.
I mean, he looks like a little goofy nigga that would do some shit like that.
And to your point about, like, why would Meg go so far? You know, I think it is a tough situation. Like, I feel like a lot of people look at, like, domestic violence and women, and they're like, oh, like, why don't they just tell? Like, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone and you have love for them, you don't want to see them go out like that or go to jail or, like, lose their career. You know what I mean? Because as fucked up as niggas are to us, a lot of times you still, like, you don't wish any
ill. You don't wish ill on them. But his career is essentially done. Like, yeah, these niggas is chanting Daystar. But
I don't know. I don't know. They talking about this is the best Tory they ever heard.
But yeah, a lot of people are saying that. But they also said that it was, out of all his projects, this one was not the highest sold so far, like the highest stream so far.
Well, that's good.
So that's one. Then you got to speed up to, like, what the celebrities been saying, like. Him and Ross got into a whole thing on IG about it, like post to post going off on each other. So basically, in a nutshell, Rick Ross was just saying, like, hey, like, that was not the move. You should not, like, putting that out was wrong. Like, even in amidst with everything that we got going on with Breonna Taylor, like, her not getting her due.
But I was kind of aggy with Rick Ross, too, because you're right. He put it like, oh, this is not the time because of Breonna Taylor.
No.
Even if Breonna Taylor wasn't in the media right now, like, you should be saying it's disrespectful to Meg. Like, I still feel like he wasn't taking a stance against like the harm he did to Meg. And I feel like he wasn't serious because he had his little Bel Air, Rose, or whatever he had, like, in it. Like, he was like, you know, like, it was still clout chasing to me.
Yeah, mentioning things. I think the only person that really said something that stood out to me was Bun B, and I appreciated that or whatever.
I love Bun B. What did he say?
He basically was saying like it was a pussy ass move. Like that shit would have never happened if she out there in LA. Like he was talking about like her management and stuff like that. She's like how she's out there in LA by herself. She really doesn't have the guidance. On top of that, she doesn't have the family, so she may not necessarily have good people with the proper intentions behind her because she's funding everything. Everything is like a good time right now, and it's really not. Like it's time to like your career is going really really well. Let's maintain it. But he was.
She probably keeps the people around her the fun thing too, because she of course is still
young.
She's 25. She's a baby.
Also grieving. She doesn't have family, like you said.
Yeah.
She's probably like I imagine all of that weight of the world, everything going on, and you really think I'm gonna report a black man for shooting me and ruin his career when we could possibly like. I think that's just like, and that's our fault.
I think she tried. I think she wanted to rectify things like with lawyers or just go about it that way. But you guys are both in the public eye, and that's where it gets tricky. Then it gets a little bit messier because where's Kelsey? Where's the best friend?
That is weird too. The friend. But I'm like, maybe she's mad because the friend, like, I don't know if she's, like, spoken up. Like, I know in the beginning she was like, I didn't shoot Meg. But, like, I don't know if she... They
basically... The tea is... So I'm getting two different stories, and I'm trying to put them together. So y'all could chime in. I'm getting the story that Meg and Tori had a thing. Then I'm also getting the story that Kelsey and Tori had a thing. I'm starting to feel like them three had a thing.
Oh, I would.
All three, yeah.
All three. All three.
That's about right.
Yeah.
All three.
But she's still trying to fuck with Tori.
And I think Kelsey, exactly. I feel Kelsey's still fucking with Tori because her money train is done with Megan. Megan is like, I'm done. I'm done with you.
She should have just picked Megan, because if Kalani and all these people could be like, for her to be Meg's best friend, like,
right.
These women speaking out and doing more than you. But then didn't the hairstylist stop fucking with Meg too?
But I think EJ doesn't want the press because I feel like EJ's probably going to try to like do a line or get with a more not better, but like maybe like another celebrity that's like a higher rank. Like I feel like he's trying to elevate that way and separate himself from her drama. But I also feel like nigga, you shady too. Like what? Like was now the time for you to sit in your car with your fucking cheekbones glistening with rose oil to fucking have that conversation about like why y'all not working with each other? Like come on, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, that's not I don't know if that's a good reason.
That thing was glistening.
And these hairstylists, this is the thing. It's supposed to be fickle. It's supposed to be business anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like, unless I have an exclusivity agreement with my hairstylist, you could only do my hair, and I'm paying you as such.
That's true.
Like.
I'm for everybody.
You're
baby.
for everybody.
Right.
I want you to elevate, and you know what I mean? My business shouldn't have anything to do with yours.
Anything to do with yours. The two don't even coincide. And sweetie, like, people know you. Congratulations. They probably know you because you and Meg had a really, really close relationship. You were on tour with her. Y'all were traveling everywhere together, staying at her house, all of that. We saw all of it on social media. So to come and do that, it's messy. It's unprofessional at best. And it's just like, okay, do you think you're looking good? Like, you're trying to separate yourself from her for what? Why?
Yeah, like, obviously you do make a bond, with the people that work for you. But yeah, that's weird to me. It's all strange.
You need to always remember the people that work for you are your hired
They're
friends.
not your friends.
They're not your real friends.
They're not your friends.
They're around all the time. They're still collecting a check on them.
I say that all the time. We're not on the kiki. You may think we're on the kiki because we look the same, but this is still business.
100%.
This is still business. That literally was the last conversation that we had on my previous episode about the beauty industry. Because I'm like, like, yeah, we're interested in supporting each other, and especially now more than ever, which we should have been regardless. But it's not a kiki. It's not a discount. Also. Both parties need to keep it professional. That's it.
Yeah,
I 100% agree with that. It's like, actually, and this is, I'm sorry, I have to go into this.
Yes.
I finally found a hairdresser who I feel like she does my hair actually on time, because in my whole life, I've experienced like hairdressers who want to be unprofessional with you, but
Yep.
when it comes to their money, want to be professional.
Yep.
And I think that the professionalism goes both ways.
Absolutely.
Right? Like,
Absolutely.
I just want us to do better. So like I completely agree. I'm about to go back and listen to that episode because I want to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool. It just was one of those things that I'm like, hey, like, listen, y'all got all the listings of what to do. We got a booking fee. We got a this. We got a that. We comply with that. But sometimes we're reaching out. We can't get in touch with y'all. We can't get a text back or like just nothing.
You're eating while you're doing my hair.
Right, right, or chopping it up on your earbuds, talking about dating them while you're braiding my hair. Like, let's be clear.
Or if you have to adjust me, move me around, then if I have something that comes up, I expect the same.
Right.
That reciprocation.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, it's a time frame thing. Like, just keep my appointment, bro. Like in the time frame that we exactly. Like that's the thing for me. It's always time. Like, why am I sitting here for 3 hours when I can do it under 2 hours or under an hour and a half? Like, So I'm blessed to have people now that I work with that are awesome and they don't like do that, but it's definitely like even in New York had like the worst. I felt like I had the worst customer service experiences with any of my beauty services. Like I went to 3 different people to do one, like my fill-ins, my pedicure, my eyebrows, my wax. Like it was crazy. Crazy town.
Moral of the story is keep it professional.
Keep it professional. Keep it professional.
Understand the difference.
And yeah, I mean, this year, if you seen it happen to Meg, and like Brady said, you said keep it intentional. And I feel like everybody right now is just trying to figure things out because there's so much uncertainty around us. So we're just trying to live life, but be intentional about how things are going because we don't know what 2021 is gonna bring. Like we don't know. We don't know. I'll be damned if everything just goes back to normal after the election, bro. I'll be pissed off.
Right, like COVID is gone.
Ta-da! Like
no, I don't know.
Nah,
I feel like it'll be like this semi forever. I mean, I'm wearing a mask. We're wearing masks.
Yeah, I've been wearing a mask. So.
Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere.
I kind of like the 6 feet too.
Yeah,
keep your distance. Yeah. But it's just even in the grocery store, people are still up on you. Like, bro, can you back up? Like, we're not back. We're not all the way back to normal yet. We're just not.
You know what's good? You don't even have to say anything. You just do a little cough.
Right.
I
was literally at the stoplight the other day and windows down and this dude next to me was coughing
and you put your window up?
You know what? But I'm the nerve of you just coughing.
I can't.
Windows down. In my head, I'm how far does it travel again?
I'm I don't know. The droplets, do it go up? Do they go across? How does this work?
And that cough look is burning.
Okay, they want to fight you for coughing, but fight you. What about allergies?
I had a bad look for sneezing the other day, and I'm this is not a symptom.
Okay.
Look, sneezing is not a symptom.
No, the worst is, have y'all ever seen somebody take down their mask to sneeze or cough? And I'm you know what?
No, seriously? I would have been pissed off.
Not.
Bro, I would have been so upset. What are you doing? Why? Yeah. But, when you do have your mask on for a while, I'm, kind of notorious for pulling it down, from my nose so I can just, get some air real quick and then go back.
Yeah.
I'm damn, I'm in the damn Target dying right now. Hold on. Okay, no one's watching. Okay, let me put it back. Let me put it back. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a whole bunch of masks.
I have a little rotation.
I have a rotation.
I got a solid 6.
Yeah. I got 6. Exactly. I got 6. I was just I can't do the medical mask thing. It doesn't work. It's too big for my face. So I'm just all right, let's see what we can do.
I got the medical mask. I keep them in the car, just in case.
I do have some in the car, just in case purposes. But I literally am rotating it out. I'm okay, wait, I gotta make sure I have my mask. I don't want to not have it. It's crazy, so crazy. This is life. I think it's gonna be like this for a little while, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But we were
hopefully next time we talk, we have some updates. We have
progress. We definitely. As Atlanta podcasters, I just think we should be friends of each other's show. I just think
totally.
Friends of the show.
Yes, we love the Mina podcast.
Thank you guys so much. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we do something closer to the holidays and see holiday pandemic style ATL edition.
Yeah, that's cute.
Let's do a little check-in.
A little chat, a little check-in, a little girl chat, a little girl chat.
Yeah,
But guys,
love it.
let our listeners know again where to find you guys.
Yeah, so you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and definitely follow us on Instagram at the Poor Decisions Podcast, and that's POUR Decisions Podcast.
And when you guys are doing a season 2. When does your
Yes.
when can we look forward to episodes?
Definitely by the end of this month, we have some new episodes coming your way. So thank you so much. You guys definitely want to check out season 2. Got some good content. It's going to be really funny.
Yes, I love it. Absolutely. So, well, you guys already know where to find little old me over on IG at the Mina B Podcast. And all links are in the bio for all your streaming pleasures. Anywhere you want to stream, it's pretty much there and available to you guys. And be sure, if you guys have any questions, inquiries, advice, it's askminab@gmail.com. That's the email. All, inquiries are warranted. Of course, y'all slide into the DMs. Y'all could do that too. But there is a designated email for that. And be sure to rate and subscribe to the show. Thank you guys so much again. And thank you, girls, for guest hosting with me. I'm so happy that you guys came on.
Anytime. Thanks for having
Yes.
us.
All right, guys. We'll chat soon. Bye.
Bye.